Hi, this is a video guide to all 5 stages of the river relay. Point number 1 is we would recommend you study where the start is because it's not that easy to find. This is a couple of pictures of recent events. We hope you're looking forward to the race. So first of all, stage 1. Stage 1 is probably the trickiest one navigationally. It's 5.6 miles. This is a video of the start here. So we start here around this barrier of that cattle grid. That goes just more or less straight with the river to our right. Generally, the whole of the river relay follows the Thames path, but that's not always that straightforward. Now, at 1.1 miles after this wooden footbridge, there is an option to take a little fork to the right here. Actually, just for once in this race, we recommend that you just go straight across that nice wide path. Because the path right by the river doesn't really do much. Generally in this race, as I say, keep the river in sight wherever you can. This is 1.4 miles as we're getting into Windsor. You can see Windsor Castle in the distance there. We're aiming for a footpath, a little alley between the old boathouses on the right there and the houses on the left. Here it is here, and you'll see ahead of you the Waterman's Arms pub. So we're now entering the town of Eton. This is 1.9 miles, there's the Waterman's. And then at the end of this road, at 2 miles, we then turn right and we're going to cross into Windsor over this pedestrian bridge that you can see straight ahead of you. Now, as soon as you're over the bridge, we're going to take a sharp left down some stairs to stay with the river now on our left. As you can see, there are always lots of people around here, so don't just barge into them. Please take care. Now we're going to run here, keeping the river to our left, and we're going to keep as close to the river as we can. We're going to follow the Thames path pretty much all the way. There are a couple of deviations I'll point out. Now there's a pub ahead of you. We're going to go to the left of the pub. As I say, right on the towpath here, past the boatman into this little footpath that you can see ahead of you right here. That carries on. That's quite narrow. There may be pedestrians there. Take care. That comes out, it gets a little bit wider, but basically we're running now with a railway to our right and the river to our left. So there's not much here other than the footpath. The one thing there is a boatyard. The boatyard don't seem to like the fact that the Thames path goes straight through them. They're probably right, they move boats around, it's sometimes a bit dangerous, so just use your brains at this bit. You can see a boat crane actually ahead of you just here. We're going to run round there, and the pedestrian path tends to be quite well marked, although there are a couple of slightly misleading signs that you see there. But we're heading for this knackered wooden gate here, and we're going to go through there. This eventually goes under the railway. You can, if you want, duck under that iron railing that you see there. It's probably easier to just run around the side as I'm doing here on my bike. And that takes us into a little park where we are looking to briefly rejoin the road. Now there's a fallen tree here at the moment. As you can see here, it's not too hard to get round it. And when we get to the end of this path, we're looking for the bridge, which is actually straight ahead in that picture that you just saw there, but we need to run round some construction works that they're doing here. This may look like a bit of a tiresome detour, but actually the exit to the park is here anyway, so it doesn't really change the distance of the stage a great deal. Anyway, you come out of these playing fields here, you turn left. Please stay on the pavement on the left of this road. This is quite a busy road, and just stay on the pavement right the way into Datchet. So we're crossing the Thames yet again here. This is arriving into Datchet at 3.5 miles. The one thing I would stress here is there are a couple of quite busy road junctions. Please stay on the pavement if you can, and please pay attention to the traffic. Now you're running here, pavement to your left. Again, you can see the river on the right there. This is coming out of Datchet. There is actually a sign here at 4.3 miles saying Thames Path. It weaves around some fields. We don't bother with that. We just carry on the nice wide pavement on the left-hand side of this road. It gets a bit narrow as we get towards this bridge. This is quite a fast road as well, so stay on the pavement. What we're looking for is to cross this bridge and to turn sharp left again. As we did earlier, onto the Thames Path. It's a sharp flight of stairs just as you get over the bridge. Here it is coming up here. So down there, please, and down those stairs, take care, and that gets you onto a nice leafy bit of towpath. And this gets you to the end of stage 1. This is Ham Lane, and so we're done with stage 1. Well done. This is stage 2, is Ham Lane to Staines Bridge. It's 4.5 miles. We take care crossing this road because the visibility isn't great, but this is the start right here. You dodge around the bollard there, and it's very tranquil towpath with the river always to your left. You need to take a little bit of care at locks. Generally, the idea is always the same. There's a fence, there's the lock, and then you go over. At 0.3 miles, a little fork here. Don't I don't know why you would turn right there, but don't turn right. This is 0.3 miles, and this is heading towards Runnymede now. So at this point, we actually run parallel to the road, the A308, the Old Windsor Road. We're just coming out of Old Windsor and coming into Runnymede here. The footpath actually runs on the pavement of the A308 quite briefly, and then it forks off left again at this point that you can see here. And almost all the way into Staines for the rest of the stage, you are running more or less as close to the river as you can. It goes through a couple of boat yards, one of which you can see here. That's not particularly difficult. And then now you're running through the fields of the Magna Carta until you get to 4.2 miles where you get to Staines Bridge. Now we ask you to pass under Staines Bridge and then to turn right and run up the stairs. That's because we need to cross the road anyway, and this is the safest way to cross the road. So don't turn before Staines Bridge, turn after it, immediately after it, and as you can see, struggling a little bit with my bike there, onto this nice barriered footpath across the bridge. Watch out for pedestrians as ever. This takes you into Staines. You bear around to the right at 4.3 miles. Just ignore those steps there. Also ignore the footpath at the Slug and Lettuce. It's not the end of the world if you do that, but this is our official route. So we're looking for the Market Square. There's the Market Square that we see ahead of us here. We're going to turn right. We'll see the Town Hall. There it is. And we're going to run diagonally across this little square here, and that's going to take us to the finish. So we're heading back towards the river here, and this is the handover to stage 3. And here's a picture of one of our previous finishes with former Stragglers captain Phil Davis just about to start stage 3 there. So this is stage 3. So we're going to run from Staines to Church Road, Shepperton. It's 6.5 miles. Most of it is pretty straightforward. We've got the river to our right here. We keep the river to our right for most of this stage. We briefly join the road and then turn immediately right after going under the railway bridge onto this towpath here. It's quite nice, easy running towpath. We go past a couple of locks. This one here at 2 miles. It's pretty wide. Stay on the paths by the river, especially at Chertsey Bridge. Otherwise, you won't be able to get under the bridge. So this is Chertsey Bridge coming up here at 3.9 miles. There is we dive off to the right here so that we can cross Chertsey Road using the river towpath which goes under the bridge. So that's quite important, so please don't miss that one. We don't want you crossing that road. Now this is important, this is where it gets fiddly. So 5.8 miles, the towpath runs out and we turn left into Ferry Lane in Shepperton. That takes us a few hundred yards up this road where we turn right into, this is the end of the road here, 6.2 miles. We turn right into the road that's going to take us through Old Shepperton. This is the Old Shepperton Square and church. Very pretty. There's a nice pub there. And 6.3 miles, and then we get to the finish just after this, which is on the right here in this car park. So well done to Stage 3 runners. Stage 4 starts in that Church Road car park, and we're going to run to Hurst Park. What we're looking to do is turn right into Walton Lane. Now, you can take the footpath that you can see on the right there. If you're running, I'm on my bike here, so I shouldn't really do that. So this is Walton Lane here. This is fairly gentle traffic, and it's one way for most of it as well. And this is the end of Walton Lane at 0.8 miles, and you can see the arches of Walton Bridge ahead of you. So we stay on the right of this bridge. This is coming off the bridge, and we're looking to turn immediately right, and then turn immediately right on the next turn. We're basically looking to loop under the bridge and continue running towards the finish, with the river now to our left. So that's what I'm doing here. There's Walton Bridge. We're going to run under that. And there, we're on the towpath there, and we're going to run on the towpath the next few miles. The only complexity there is there's a little bit that's barred off. We just take the path to this little path to the left, and then we duck back right onto the nice wide towpath. And what we're heading for is Hurst Park at the finish, which is this. So well done to Stage 4 runners. So this is Stage 5, the glory leg. This is Hurst Park to the finish at the Hawker Centre. There's a picture of the start a few years ago. The first thing that happens here is we run the first mile with the river to our left, and then we cross Hampton Court Bridge. We then need to cross the road, because we're then going to continue running along the river with the river to our right, which we use via this pedestrian crossing that you can see here. That takes us into Kingston. This is what you can see at 3 miles. That's Kingston Bridge ahead of you. We're going to cross Kingston Bridge, and here's my dog to show you how we do that. So this is 3.9 miles. We run up the sloping road to the left briefly, and then we turn right onto Kingston Bridge. Once we're over the bridge, we basically do a U-turn at TK Maxx, which is what you can see here, because we're going to cross under. We're going to join the towpath immediately along the river. So that we go down this ramp, we turn right under Kingston Bridge. There's a brief tunnel which goes under the bridge. That brings us out into some shops, and now we're going to run with the river to our left to the finish. So that goes past a few shops and pubs, past Turk's Boatyard into Canbury Gardens, nice leafy park. We suggest that you stay on the towpath on the left there. The one thing you need to know about the finish is to take the middle wide towpath, not the towpath immediately by the river. Generally, we ask you to stay on the towpath by the river, but this one, take the one in the middle, because otherwise you might miss the finish. This is the finish here. This is one of our past runners. You will then be reunited with your teammates. We'll have an awards ceremony, and maybe you'll win. So we hope you enjoy the race. We hope that's useful. Good luck with the race, and see you soon.